He says, "Are you available to call today anytime after 2 to follow up on our settlement discussions? Question mark. Please let me know what time you would like best for you. So if you're not available or would otherwise like to discuss by email, let me know and I'll reach out and further discuss with clients and settle position that way."
Gotcha.
That's the only email I've received from him.
Okay.
I replied back to this one. I said, "Yeah, just email me." Because I emailed him after I talked to you. I emailed him on a Friday, and I think it was Monday as well.
Right.
Because waiting to hear from him, and I'm like, this guy's just stalling here. I'm like, he's just costing you money. I'm just like, let's just move this along.
Right.
I'm like, I don't understand why this is so complicated.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, here's where we're at. When we, before all this happened, right, our attorney spoke with Jessica spoke with your husband, Robert, and told him, hey, like if you pay this invoice, we won't have to get any lawyers involved. It's going to get expensive if lawyers get involved, yada, yada. We were basically told to, pound sand respectfully.
Okay.
So where we're at currently is the offer that I will make is for $34,500 in cashier's check by Friday at noon, and we will stop the rest of the proceedings. If that's not accepted, then we will discontinue as is in court.
All right, just send it over, and then we just need to start going back and forth, because when I talked to Rob, because he was the one handling it, like I've only just stepped in, like the last bit, because I'm going, you should have, like, I was like, mediation should have worked. Like everyone should have come to the table with good faith, and it didn't. And I was like, okay, let's move this thing along. But I think, the other thing is just to go over, because Rob doesn't think you understand how everything happened, because he was dealing mostly with Peter, and then Peter went silent on him, and then he found out a few months later that Peter was no longer working for Gates Enterprise.
Mm-hmm.
So there's just a whole, like, it's the pieces that I've just been learning from Rob is just like, it sounds like it was just a big communication fuck up.
Yeah.
And I don't really,
I totally understand that, and my goal is obviously to get this settled as well. But at the end of the day, communication aside, we did the work. The insurance paid for that amount of work for a specified amount. You guys received the money, and that's where we're at, right? Like I don't have any other liberties to negotiate any further, because that's what we're owed, plus what we spent on attorney's fees, right? I'm not going after the treble damages. If you guys want to settle it this week, the offer is for $34,500 in a cashier's check by Friday at noon. Otherwise, we'll discontinue with the proceedings. Because I'm not going to go back and forth and negotiate. You guys have had, not you specifically, but Robert has had multiple times. We talked to him before, during mediation, right? And coming to the table in good faith and offering $5,000 is, it's honestly kind of insulting. Like that's where we're at, right? And I understand, and I don't like that this is where it is, but this is where it is.
Okay, yeah, because he said he came up to 10.
Right. I mean, right? But the original invoice was $24,000, and we've spent a year and a half of attorney's fees getting to the point to where you guys are willing to discuss a different number. That's the problem, right? The invoice before the attorneys got involved was for $24,900 and some change. We gave you the opportunity. You said no. That's why we're here, and that's why it's more now.
Okay, good one.
So I will get this sent over to you in writing, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, and just have like what you just said to me, because I'm just stepping in the last few weeks.
Right.
Can you just have your explanation of where you're at? Just what you just said to me. Just with that, just say, this is how I see things. This is from my point of view. This is what's happened. Boom. And if you can give me a few sentences in that. Because me going back and forth with Rob, because I kind of feel like I'm mediating, right? Like I'm just kind of going, we should get to the end of this, right?
Right.
Right. And then,
agreed.
Just write that down, because I think sometimes, I'm tired.
I bet.
And I just want to make sure, like, you write down, and then, and have it clearly. I mean, you can have my email, because I don't know if Andrew he's so far he hasn't seemed to be prompt.
Yeah, and that's I doesn't necessarily surprise me, but I can't verify those things, and I don't like to speak for anybody else. What is your email? I'll write it down. Make sure that I've got it.
Yeah, and I'll text it to you. Well, it's my name, Raquel Olonde, RAQUEL OLONDE @gmail.com.
Okay. All right. I'll get this out to you shortly.
Yeah, and let's just move this along. Okay, just come back and just have that explanation. Then I'll be able to talk to Rob, blah, 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 and then we'll be able to go on from there.
Okay. That sounds like a plan.
All right, thanks, Ellie. Yeah, send it over as soon as possible. And you shoot me a text to say, hey, it's sent it.
Yep.
That way I can. All right, thanks, Taylor. Appreciate it. All right.